Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot reading with me. I'm Ashley Rose, and this is your Daily Tarot reading for Saturday, March 5th, 2022. Today is the 5th, and 5 is the number for freedom, for change, for taking a risk, for conflict, but the conflict that comes from being willing to make changes, right? The uncomfortability of doing new things that can kind of sometimes cause conflict within us. And I feel like this whole week we've been kind of really examining those things, those fears, stuff that we need to change with the last couple cycles that we're ready to get ourselves out of for this freedom that we are, really wishing, I'd say wishing, but that we really seek, that we're really like, ready to move towards, ready to kind of leave behind the old and welcome in the new. And so I'm really excited for what what Saturday can bring to us. 5 is also the Hierophant in the Major Arcana, and it's again like looking to a group for support. So today we have the 9 of Swords. Breathe. It's been a tough week. And I feel like as we are making these changes, right, we're freeing ourselves, there is this sense of anxiety, this pain that we're waking up with. Like some of us might not be sleeping well right now because we have all these things kind of at the forefront of our mind. And here's that Knight of Swords popping up at the bottom that I've been talking about, because it's like these inevitable things that we need to work through, that we need to break through and just, again, cut through that bullshit of the stories we've been telling ourselves, the stories that we've been telling other people, the relationships that we're in that just aren't supporting where we're going forward. And we keep making excuses for this stuff. And we have the King of Swords underneath that kind of supporting this knight, saying that, giving him the direction to move forward, and ultimately the universe is like giving us the direction to move through these things, because this pain that we're holding on to, that we keep ourselves locked into, isn't for us anymore. And it's time to close out that cycle, right? We have 9 here, 9 of Swords. 9 is the number for spirituality and completion. It's the hermit in the tarot. It's going within to find that light, find that desire that helps us break through these cycles that just aren't supporting us anymore, right? The fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the patterns of behavior that just aren't us, because I really do feel like we're moving into, I wouldn't say new versions of ourselves, but just like kind of like a butterfly, right? We've been in this cocoon, I feel like, for the past 2 months coming into 2022. And it's time for, like, as these layers are unfolding, we're discovering that we're turning into more authentic versions of us, and who we used to be is no longer who we are now. So it feels a little uncomfortable. There's, again, that conflict that we're feeling within ourselves as we're kind of keeping those boundaries and holding our ground to where we want to go and where we want to be. But ultimately, this moment of kind of like angst and anxiety and doubt, kind of fear, is pushing us to come up with new ideas forward, and kind of pushing us to just birth a new way of living, right? A new way of going about things. And again, giving us the direction to cut through that stuff that isn't working anymore. Pick up one of these swords and cut it off. Literally just, like, we have the strength to do that. We've been doing so many things this past week, these past couple months, really breaking through stuff. But I don't know what I'm saying, but like, we've been through a whole pandemic that has really pushed us to our ends. And even now we're in something, we're in some uncertain moment, but like, we're here and we're still showing up every day. We're still doing what we need to do. And there's so much strength in that to remind yourself of it, right? Like, life is about the journey. It's not about, the end goals or the destination. So be present here. Like, if you don't feel like what's happening now is going to get you to the goal, maybe there's a whole lesson we're supposed to learn. There's a whole thing we're supposed to experience, and being caught up on what isn't happening or it not going according to your plan is going to keep you here. And it's time to kind of, again, cut through that. And just as the Tower had black in the background, this card has black in the background, and you're protected through this. This is coming, this is popping up, this is showing its face today for a reason. And I think it's important for us to see that whatever, is coming to the surface is an indication of what needs to be let go. It's not an indication of what we need to believe or what we need to lean into, or that is our delusion, right? Of thinking, no, it is our kind of like our little helper on, again, what we just need to let go and what is ready to finish its cycle. So be confident in moving forward in that, right? Even underneath the King of Swords, there's a lot of swords here today. We got the Page. But then even under that, the Magician. And so because you are, again, tuned in to this energy of what's inside of you, as above, so below, you're making these things happen. And what needs to go is these beliefs that are stopping us from moving forward, is these, this faulty anxiety. And again, a lot of times, I've spoke about this last week, when we're moving in the right direction, and we're going somewhere new, and it's not a predictable future that our egos feel comfortable in, they kind of try to stop us. And that's not to say that, the ego's an evil thing. It can be if you allow it to become uncontrollable. But it's here to protect you, and it's kind of trying to stop you from what's going to harm you. And so if it can't predict what's going to happen, it gets scared. It's kind of an indication that we're going in the right direction. So again, as these things pop up today, look at that as an indication to move forward. Like, kind of, the way to kind of move through this is not like, doesn't be excited about the fears and the pain that pops up today. Be like, okay, stand in your strength, stand in your power, stand in your authenticity, and say, I'm ready to take care of this. I'm ready to handle this. I'm going to take responsibility for where I'm standing in my own way and the thoughts that are blocking me. And I'm going to end this cycle. I'm going to close this out and, really tune into the wisdom that I know that is within me. And I think that's really awesome, and we're going to feel really empowered by the end of the day because we decided to stick our own boundaries to ourselves, to, hug our inner child and to tell them that we're okay and that we got this and that we are stable and that we are secure and that we can free ourselves from the things that hold us back. But we got to take a risk on it, and we got to be willing to go after it. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it. I love you guys. If you'd like to know more about me, you can go to ashleyrose.com. You can book a reading there as well. You can follow me on Instagram. That's Ashley Rose Tarot. The links are in the description for that. Like, share, comment. I'd love to create a conversation. Subscribe to my I don't know what I was going to say. Subscribe to my channel. And I would love if you were a part of this community. I just love coming here every day and being with you guys. So I hope you enjoy your Saturday. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in your head. Go out, dance. I always like to say dance because dancing is my favorite way to kind of move my energy. But just have some fun and do something that kind of gets you out of your head. We're going to feel a little stuck in our heads today. And, it's our duty to ourselves, to our goals, our desires, and what we're working for to move ourselves out of that space. I mean, if we got to take a bath, maybe we, spend some time to ourselves and give ourselves our own self-care, self-love, routine, regimen, whatever it is that you do to make yourself feel comfortable in you, do that today. So again, today is the number 9. 9 is the spirituality and completion. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. So I will see you guys tomorrow on the Daily Tarot Reading.